What's up, YouTube? I'm Choctopus. There's a lot of awesome things in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. A lot of carefully crafted, selected Easter eggs and pieces of fan service, and it is truly a remarkable game with a lot to do and a lot to explore, which is exactly why we need to talk about the worst stages in the game. The Super Smash Bros. Series is known for having a variety of levels representing famous franchises and their iconic moments and scenery, and with over 100 levels, there's a lot of great ones in Smash Ultimate, but today we're going to highlight 10 terrible stages in no particular order, of course. Before we get started, terrible stages will be marked terrible based on their original forms, not Battlefield or Omega. Are there levels that you guys despise? Let me know in the comments section below which ones they are. Just a quick announcement before we get started. I recently appeared as a guest host on Tadpog Podcast, where we spoke about Smash for 2 hours. I invite you to please check out the episode. These guys are two of the coolest, funniest, most genuine dudes I've ever had the pleasure to hang with. Link will be in the description below if you'd like to check out the episode. Okay, that's enough. Let's complain. I'm gonna need a flame shield for this one. Number 1, Mushroomy Kingdom. Personally, I've never been a fan of scrolling levels. Does anyone even like scrolling levels? Mushroomy Kingdom's first appearance was in Super Smash Bros. Brawl and depicts the famous 1-1 level in Super Mario Bros., but with a hyper-realistic filter that just makes the level look bland and dreary. I don't know, everything is just brown and tan and boring. There's also something about scrolling levels that just represents the impending sense of death. I don't even think we needed a gritty reboot of World 1-1. Flat Zone X is a combination of Flat Zone and Flat Zone 2 because apparently 1 wasn't enough. The bevel of the Game & Watch eats up about 40% of the screen, making the blast zone way beyond the edges of the colorless nightmare. I get what they were going for here, but it's pretty unbearable to look at. And the level also transforms between various Game & Watch games, including Fire, Oil Panic, Lion, and Chef. I don't know if there's any more, but if I forgot any, feel free to drop in the comments section below. And I found the last layer of hell. It is a fixed camera level. I can't think of anything more awkward than the layout of Summit. The Ice Climbers level returns with the duo, but maybe it shouldn't have. The giant glacier will at times break off and make a run for it down a hill. Not to mention there's random clouds that somehow pass through the base of the stage, and a giant Monster Hunter-like fish hanging out in the water. Yes, I know, the fish is from Balloon Fight. It's a bit of a mess, and there's a lot going on with such a small amount of space and platforms that unhinge, and then you have the platform at the bottom that is icy, and I love using the Ice Climbers, but pass on this level. I love Pikmin as much as the next person, but if we're being real with ourselves, Garden of Hope is the superior Pikmin level. Distant Planet debuted in Super Smash Bros. Brawl and features a slope on the left of the map that will turn into a slip and slide when it starts raining, and a red Bulborb that occasionally shows up on the right side with its mouth open like that one friend who's always begging for some of your fries because they're too cheap to buy their own. And if you somehow end up in the Bulborb's mouth, you're dead. Hananenbow. I imagine this is what a wet dream looks like for Kermit the Frog. Have you ever wanted your eyes to bleed? Play Hananenbow for about 4 minutes. In fact, the entire level is one giant green screen, which actually makes it kind of fun for editing purposes, but to play the game, it's pretty hard to look at. There's trees growing out of the water for some reason in every other angle, not to mention you can't even swim in the water. I've never played Electroplankton, but if the entire game is like this, I may just have a seizure. I think my issue with New Pork City is that it's way too massive. You need to take a shuttle to get over to the other side of the map to meet up with your opponent so you can duke it out. The Chimera from Mother 3 will often localize itself, unlike the game, and show up in the level, but it's so easy to avoid because of the size of the map. If Zelda's Temple used a Mega Mushroom, and then steroids, because for some reason they exist in the Nintendo universe, that's New Pork City. Spawn on the map with your opponent, and then compare schedules to see where and when you can meet to actually fight. Yoshi's Island and Super Mario World are both excellent games, don't get me wrong here, but this level just feels kind of like a half-pipe to me. I don't know. I feel like Melee's level additions were a bit unimaginative. And the only real hazard here are those flippable yellow blocks that are covering that pit, but you have a better chance of hitting the lottery than actually knocking your opponent into that pit. Great Bay is back from Melee, and so is the camping that takes place under the main platform. The stage is just too tiny, and you really can't count on that flaky turtle who comes and goes as it pleases. Now, while Majora's Mask is a great game, couldn't they have given us a better location for a level? I don't know, maybe Clock Town or something else? Literally anything else. Plus, Tingle's looming and it's just creepy. The Mario Brothers game in itself is terribly boring, but did we really need a Mario Brothers level? I understand how iconic the game is, but the stage has a blast zone that you can run through but also KO into. It doesn't really make much sense. Not to mention, the level is a huge pain at high damages because you just turn into a Super Ball and ricochet off the ceiling and the floor. Alright, open up MS Paint. Now close your eyes. Okay, good. Now I want you to face roll the keyboard. Congratulations, you just unlocked Pac-Land. This stage is another scrolling bore through a 6-year-old's coloring book. And what's up with those water spurts that actually look kind of hairy, and it creeps me out. Also, don't forget to take that Alice in Wonderland door down to Narnia, where there's even more colors. I think my biggest gripe with this level is that it's similar to Hananenbow in the way that there's way too many bright colors that clash with each other, and I think this level might have been created before softer pastels and earth tones were a thing, so we must suffer. Honorable mention goes to 75 meters, which is another hazardous mess of a level. As a DK main, and someone who has spent many hours in his childhood with the Donkey Kong arcade game, this level is hard enough to navigate in itself without someone kicking the crap out of you. I'm honestly beginning to sense a pattern here, and that pattern is that most games before 1990 make terrible levels in Smash. However, I am going to give Duck Hunt a pass because it's a little easier on the eyes and it's flatter. Please keep in mind that this is not a video to complain about the game. I love Smash Ultimate and I appreciate all of the hard work that Sakurai and his team put into the game, but not every level is a winner. But that's it. That's my top 10 list of levels that I absolutely despise. Let me know your top 10 or 5 or 3 or whatever in the comments section below. Which levels do you absolutely dread playing? If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps a lot more than you think it does. If you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed and you like Super Smash Bros. And Nintendo content and all that other good stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you want to take it a step further, you can also hit that bell to get notifications when I do post a video. I have been streaming with viewers on Twitch, so if you would like to play some games with me and us, we've been having a really good time, so you can do that by following my Twitch channel in the description below. I try to stream 2, maybe 3 nights a week if I can, but like I said, go follow me on Twitch so you'll get a notification when I do go live. This way you could come hang out with us and play some games with us. If you want to follow me on social media, I have Twitter and Instagram. Links are also in the description below. Feel free to go follow me there. I'm more active on Twitter, so that's where you'll probably see more of me. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day, and we will catch you in the next one. See you later.